Am I the asshole for going home on a family vacation after my mother in law constantly invaded my privacy? I, 38 male, am the solo breadwinner of this house. I have a wife, 35 female, and a daughter, 5. Yeah, you already know. This one is so good. He's definitely the asshole. Just spoiler alert. It's just fun. And a daughter, 5. Me and my wife have been planning this family vacation to Venice for months. For context, my daughter is very little and she needs constant attention or she will get into trouble. She's 5, bro. Venice has always been my wife's idea of a romantic city, so it's been her dream to go there. However, we can't just leave our daughter at home. We initially wanted to leave her at my mother in law's house, but she wanted to come with us, and my mother in law said that it was her dream to visit too. My wife was very supportive of this idea, but I was more reluctant. My wife planned everything, booking the hotels and the restaurants. However, to my dismay, she booked one room uh, of 2 queens instead of 2 rooms with 2 kings. I planned for this to be a romantic getaway and did not want my daughter in the room with us. We could easily afford 2 rooms, but my wife wanted to keep an eye on her as well. To make matters worse, my mother in law was constantly in my space. She also had to share all of my wife's expensive products face wash, shampoo, lotion, etc. My daughter likes to sit on our bed when me and my wife are gone to the city, and I come back to see that my mother in law is sitting on our bed too. It's very unhygienic to me, and I don't like I don't like I can just see his face in the corner when I'm reading. And I don't like that she was sitting on the bed that me and my wife share, as I'm a very private person. She also rummaged through our suitcase looking for a hair tie, and it really irked me that she did so without asking me. I don't like the thought of her looking through our stuff when we're gone, so I locked it. The final straw was when I woke up in the morning and saw that mother in law has yet again forgotten something. For the last few days, she has been sharing the same toothpaste as me and my wife. I don't like the thought of her putting her toothbrush close to or even on the toothpaste nozzle and I was ill the more I thought about it. I asked mother-in-law if the only reason she came was to freeload off of me and my wife, and she didn't pay for any of the expenses, hotel amenities, food, on her only her own plane ticket. I said that I have asked her politely several times to stop using my wife's stuff, especially because I share it with her and it's very inappropriate. My mother in law was very upset and told my wife, and my wife screamed at me. I was very angry that the trip that I had paid for with my own money was now all in capital, BT dubs, was now ruined. And I changed the date of my plane ticket and went straight home. My wife has called me several times afterwards, screaming at me and saying that our daughter is upset. I feel bad that our daughter was caught in the situation, but it was really not acceptable what mother in law did. And I had to set some boundaries before it gets worse. My wife has her own card and enough money to stay there. I'm not sure about her plans about staying or not. I've been ignoring her calls to take some time for my own mental health. I will get your opinions before the final update.
So, yes, he's the asshole.
Oh yeah, duh. Absolutely. Yes, Maddie.
If you guys are listening out there, if you have to start, and well, first off, as the show says, if you have to ask a question, 9 times out of 10, you probably are the asshole. But if you have to qualify yourself at the beginning of it and let everyone know what your qualifications are, solo breadwinner, alpha descriptors like that to
Mhm.
make yourself feel better about you, you're definitely the asshole before any of this starts. Secondly, so his plan was that he was going to go on this vacation, and since he had to bring his daughter and his mother-in-law, he was just going to stick his daughter in the room with his mother-in-law, and they were just going to like
Have a
ignore them
vacation.
the entire trip and have a vacation the way he wanted to without them because he's paying for it, and that's what. No,
Mhm.
like, you brought your child. Like,
Mhm.
growing up, I would
To a
go on
foreign
vacation.
country.
Yeah, I'd go on vacation. Sometimes my grandparents would come with. I didn't stay with my grandparents so that my parents could just go out and do whatever. Like, yeah, maybe one night if my parents wanted to go out to dinner or some shit, my grandparents would watch me while my parents like went out and had a date night. But like, that wasn't the fucking trip. I wasn't in the room with my grandparents so my parents could have some alone time. Once your mother-in-law and your daughter were coming, this was no longer a romantic getaway. Plan
It's
a
a
different
family
one, bro.
vacation.
Like,
So you need to
the
have a different
fuck?
vacation. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then everything else. Just if you hear this, fuck you as a person. I find
The unhygienic sitting on the bed.
Yeah, no. I find it so hard to believe that these people exist, but I spend enough time on the internet to know that people like this actually exist. And
This is one of those situations where a lot of times I say fuck you and 4 motherfuckers that look like you, but that might also include his daughter, and that's not her fault.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
Kate, can you, because he mentioned the descriptors he gave it to me, could you read those again?
Yes.
Solo breadwinner.
Solo breadwinner of this house. That's pretty much it.
Oh, just
That was
Yeah, that was
exactly
it.
it.
That was
Solo
pretty much it. Yeah. It was
just
it.
making sure I didn't miss anything.
No.
but then he also put my money in all caps later
Right,
to
right.
remind
Yeah.
us, because Solo Breadwinner didn't let us know.
Didn't
that
let
he
us
paid
know
for this
already
vacation.
that that he was the one that put the money in. We already know that you make the money.
You got married, you had a child. It is not your fucking money anymore. It is the family's money.
You and your wife probably both had a discussion about her being a stay-at-home mom or her not working in some way, shape, or form. So that also is partly on you, bro. You signed up to pay for everything.
Right.
So when you have to pay for everything, shut the fuck up.
That doesn't give you the right to control people. It's just, I don't know.
That's why most guys want stay-at-home wives. They feel like they can control everything because they're the one working and bringing the money home. So they tell their wife to stay at home.
Now, I will say towards that, just that comment alone, I've seen two perspectives of it where it's just like, no, I prefer my wife to have the freedom to stay home with our children just because it's, very, what I would say is like you have a window of just so much happening and growth for your child where it's just like, we want to have a parent present to be able to, see those steps and go along with those milestones. And then there are some that, of course, choose to have this. So it's just like, you are my property, my,
macho, toxic. Right. Yeah.
But it's like,
I'm the man. Bullshit.
It makes you feel better about yourself for one reason or another. So it's like, this one, of course, it's like, I will start with the good. I am pro boundaries and I will speak boundaries for everybody. It helps you to feel confident within yourself and everything else. You deserve that. But we've hit a new low when toothpaste is inappropriate. And that alone was just like, how did we get here exactly?
It makes him ill.
It does.
Thinking about her toothbrush touching the toothpaste nozzle, which honestly I have never given thought to.
Right.
And here's the thing. I know there are people who are very sensitive about dirt and germs and all that kind of stuff. I won't mention any names. But they're not that bad. Like, come on now. It's just like
I won't share a toothbrush.
Well,
no. And like he's stolen my toothbrush before, and I've made him. I had to go get another toothbrush because I can't do that.
And that's fine.
How old was I? I was in high school, I think, one day, and somehow my father, who I love dearly, accidentally used my toothbrush one day, and I threw it away.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like,
all right, so
I can share almost everything, not my fucking toothbrush. Dude, I don't care. I've heard your reasons.
A few things. A few things to address Amani's situation. What she said at first, yes, you have your Tim Walls and you have your JD Vances, and this guy's clearly a JD Vance. I agree in those situations. Boundaries, yes, set boundaries. Like Kate and I, we have my mother coming into the house once a week. We have her mother coming into the house once a week. Like, but you have conversations with people. You don't freak out and fly the fuck away. Like, you sit down calmly and say, hey, listen, this isn't working for me. Is there something we can do? Blah, blah, blah.
Ask them if they're just there to freeload.
Yeah, you don't just flip the fuck out.
It escalated so quickly in those moments. I was like, what happened here? Because you already made the agreement that she was coming along. So it's kind of like there's a lot of things that it's just.
And if you wanted 2 rooms, why didn't you say that?
My thing too is like, did you just come to freeload? I'm like, it's already been established that you pay for everything. So is everybody who does anything with you freeloading?
Pretty much, yeah.
It sounds like there's people that it's like, I like to complain for the sake of complaining because I like to feel right.
And like he's all like, we could afford 2 rooms. Like, bro, can't you just go down to the front desk and be like, yo, you got another room here?
Right. You can make the adjustments while you're there.
Yeah.
Unless the
And I
hotel is
thought that they
completely
were going to
sold
get
out.
2 rooms, and it was just like the queen bed situation instead of it being king beds. But it was just like, there's so many things that could have just been handled way better before you get to a point of, I'm gonna just change my flight and then I'm gonna
leave
go
my
home
entire family in a
and
foreign
then not
fucking
answer
country.
a call.
Yeah.
To even say, hey, I'm safe. I know I just got on a plane and left out the blue,
Right?
but I'm safe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Especially if
Gonna
it
go
meant
get
that
cigarettes
much to 'em,
and go home.
Like you said, Kay, when he said they could clearly afford 2 rooms. So yeah, go downstairs like, hey, you have another room with a king bed?
Yeah.
Get a room with a king bed. You and your wife go in that room. If it's that important to you, do that instead of changing your plane ticket and all that kind of shit, which probably was more expensive than getting another room. Like,
Right?
What the fuck?
Dude,
Especially because you can complain about how much money it costs you, even though it doesn't matter because you can afford it. You said it yourself.
Right.
So
let's see. All right. So the first.
Hold on.
Okay.
To address the toothbrush thing, now would be a point in time where
Jesus
anyone who
fuck.
cares and loves about Kate, family wise, mutes this conversation. My mouth knows every inch of your body inside and out, and has been inside and out of your body.
I'm not sharing my fucking toothbrush.
That is just to have to throw the toothbrush away and get a new one is fucking weird because my mouth has been in your mouth in other places. So like,
I don't
be a problem.
give a fuck.
Yeah, but the particles from your food and all that kind of shit are on your toothbrush and all that.
It's not like I reuse.
I can see why
all my food are in her mouth.
Well, here the difference is, Matt, when she's brushing her teeth, she's not horny. Okay, there's the difference.
You don't know that
brushing
she has
teeth,
vibrating toothbrushes.
You're right. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know that for a fact.
Gross.
I'm just guessing from my own experiences when I'm brushing my teeth. Most of the time, I'm not brushing my teeth and moaning. All right, that's just not what's happening.
I have never used your electronic toothbrush, so there is that.
This is true.
Because if you do, you owe me another fucking toothbrush because that one was expensive. Okay.
And the reason this happened is we had the same brand toothbrush. They were just different colors, and I would forget. I'd go in there and be in the fucking morning. I'd just grab a toothbrush.
How many times did you use my fucking toothbrush? Not tell me.
See, it's harder for us to do that because we decided we made the decision like that we were going to have separate bathrooms. So we don't run into that problem.
I'm trying to do that. I'm working on that. I just finished one downstairs. I'm trying to move her and Zoe down there.
We're getting there. I got a 6-foot soaker tub.
Ooh, very nice.
Just
because that's how you do things, right? If you want something for yourself, you have to make something else nice for someone else. You can't just take it away. So if she wants a soaker tub and blah blah blah, absolutely, you can have that. Get the fuck out of my bathroom. Here you go. Here's your own. Everything you want. Cool.
He's so loving, guys. So sweet. So loving.
I do it for you.
Sorry, it's the word right. He's so demure. So,
mindful.
So mindful. I love that shit. I love it. I say it in my head all the time now. It's just so demure, so mindful. All right. First edit. Thank you, everyone that responded. I'm reading through each response carefully, and I have realized my mistakes. I'm taking tonight to write a sincere apology, and will be calling my wife first thing in the morning. Bitch, you better call her right the fuck now. Thank you again. I love her more than anything, and I want to make amends. Final update. I just called my wife to deliver my sincere apology. I am writing this with a heavy heart. She has blocked my number, and my mother-in-law informed me that she would be looking into divorce proceedings.
That's what I was about to say. You got delivered papers. Oh, okay.
I have never thought about this happening, and I'm at a loss at what to do. I have failed our family as a husband and a father. I'm not angry at my wife for this decision, but I still cling to the hope that I can turn this around. I'm about to lose the love of my life over a stupid mistake that I made. I was not rational when I stormed off. Yeah, right. Like, I'm sure this is not the first fucking
the first or the last.
This is just the last straw. A big straw. I'm about to lose the love of my life over a stupid mistake that I made. I was not rational when I stormed off. She did not deserve any of my attitude. I am praying at this moment that after some time off and after I change myself for the better, she will reconsider this divorce. I am going to contact a therapist and a marriage counseling after posting this. I feel myself spiraling and I don't want to think about how I ruined my life in the span of 48 hours. Again, thank you to everyone that responded, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, Maria.
Sounds like you didn't sign a prenup and you're scared.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
And
exactly
by-
what that sound like.
The sole breadwinner out here is about to get.
He's about to get
reap what
fucked
he sowed.
up. And it looks like by the spelling of some of these, it looks like they're British. So I mean, that's a good 4 or 5 hour flight from Venice to that you just. Wow, I'm gonna see if there's other posts.
I mean, he could simply at least like, you know what? Let me go take a walk real quick, and then I'm gonna come back.
You know, get on your phone, change your flight, go to the airport, and leave your wife and child behind in
That's not how you
Venice.
handle these situations. You get mad like that, you handle it like a grown ass man and go down to the bar and get drunk. Like that's how you handle this. All right? You don't leave the country.
He made an advice question too. Writing a sincere apology for my wife. And the ones who's like, you left your wife and child in another country. There's like no explaining or making it right.
None.
No. It's so stupid. So stupid.
The advice column should be: should I give her 75% or a whole 100 at this point?
Right? Bitch, I would go for all of it at that point. Like, you left me in a foreign country and I have no money other than yours?
He was like, well, she had her card.
Yep, I sure do.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have all your bank account too.
I'm about to go shop it, and that's what I'm about to do.